this project is not about nostalgia. This project is about fact, and it's looking at Polaroid not only as an art, not only as a technology, but also as a business, as an industry, as a visual system. I thought I would start with work by S.B. Walker. I'll call him Sam. I know him as Sam, S.B. Walker. And it's called Blacked Out Polaroid Sign 2011. And it's a far cry from the snappy, clean, pristine Polaroid logos we continue to see on our lives. It comes as a bit of a shock. And I decided to talk to Sam directly. He wrote me an email. I asked him quickly to give me a sort of sense of how he came to make this particular picture. And I think it's so interesting, I'm going to read it out to you quickly. So Sam writes, the basic outline is that back in 2010, 2011, I'd periodically drive by the old Polaroid campus on 128 in Waltham. At this point in time, the company had in effect gone under, and the campus was in a state of dereliction. And it very much felt like the end of an era for the medium. The campus came to represent that for me in a very physical way, and it became necessary to capture that moment. When the first developer bought it, they didn't bother to take the sign down. They just had someone crudely black it out with spray paint. To me, it became a powerful metaphor for the state of the company, and by extension, analog photography in general. So I knew I just had to make an image of it. My first attempt was to capture it in one frame. You'll see that there's 5. Capture it in one frame, but it forced me to be too far away, and the glow and the texture of the sign was not apparent. So one day I decided to return with a small ladder and a crappy folding table so I could raise the level of my tripod to the height of the sign. It was an overcast morning, and I proceeded to carefully frame and capture the sign in 5 parts. Given the precarious nature of setting a tripod on a table, it's a miracle it came out as well as it did. The fact that I could see the positives and the negatives right on the spot gave me confidence that I was getting the result I wanted. It goes without saying, but that was the great beauty and advantage of using Polaroid. So when I first saw this picture, I thought perhaps, oh, it's an artistic intervention, that he's taken the original Polaroid sign and painted over and so on. And that interested me much less as a concept. When I discovered it was a documentary picture, and yet so aesthetically pleasing, I got very excited. And a phrase from, I'd been reading about Humphrey Davey, Sir Humphrey Davey, the famous Victorian scientist, and a phrase came to mind. And it goes like this: every discovery opens a new field for investigation of facts, shows us the imperfection of our theories. It has justly been said that the greater the circle of light, the greater the boundary of darkness by which it is surrounded. And it seemed almost that Humphrey Davey was talking about this picture.